pretty proud and excited about. Heat race number 3 rolling on the racetrack here. Front row inside in the 28 out of Burleson, Texas. That is Jarrett Bransom. To his outside out of Lubbock in the 78, Scott Shipley. Second row inside in the 34S. That is John South out of Grapevine, Texas. And to his outside out of Tom Bean, Texas in the 14X, that is Josh Landers. Third row inside out of Ardmore, we call him the team magnate. That's the 10 of Tommy Dove. And to his outside out of Ardmore, Oklahoma, the 30C of Jonathan Calloway. Fourth row inside out of Merkel, Texas, the 6K of Dakota De La Cruz. And to his outside out of Lindsay, Oklahoma, the 48 of Cody Cordell. Fifth row inside in the 12 out of Robinson, Texas, Brandon Guerin. And to his outside in the T2, that's Justin Riddle.
Green flag in the air as we are racing down the front stretch. We're going to go 3 wide there momentarily for the lead, but we're going to bring it back as they did not like that. Someone had their hand stuck in the cookie jar there. As we want to thank all of our viewers live on Facebook on IMCA TV right now. A live look in to the All Star Shootout here at Southern Oklahoma Speedway. We hope to see you all here in the stands soon. As the green flag flies, we are underway once again.
All right, back racing here for your third heat race for your IMCA Southern Sport Mod. Jarrett Bransom in the 28 out front, but he has got the 14X of Josh Landers, the 78 of Shipley, and the 10 of Tommy Dove right there. Going to make a bid for it here. But Jarrett Bransom actually looking pretty strong here. We'll see how this shakes out. We've still got quite a few laps left here.
He is already out to a second advantage on the second place runner of Josh Landers. Landers holding on in that 14X. He's got Tommy Dove in the HTO number 10 all over his back bumper as your battle for second heats up. We're going to go 3 wide momentarily. That is your battle for fifth. As give that to the number 78 of Scott Shipley down the front stretch.
Tommy Dove and Jonathan Calloway, that third row, they started 5th and 6th. Now they are up to 3rd and 4th, so they've improved themselves a whole row here as we have gotten 2 laps in the books. Jonathan Calloway hanging right there close with his, with the 10 of Tommy Dove.
Josh Landers rolling the bottom down through 1 and 2. Tommy Dove now finding themselves into the clutches of Jonathan Calloway. We'll see if Calloway's able to make anything of this run for third as Calloway keeps on closing in to Tommy Dove. Tommy Dove jumps the cushion. He's going to run the rim as that will give it to the 30C of Jonathan Calloway down the backstretch.
Wow, very uncharacteristic for the 10 of Tommy Dove to make a mistake like that, but that did open the door for the 30C of Jonathan Calloway to get that third spot. But Tommy Dove still right there going to try to redeem himself.
The 48 of Cody Cordell going around in turn 4. We stay green as he gets it back straight. He is 1 lap down. Jarrett Bransom having a great run as Tommy Dove. Hard slider through 3 and 4. He'll get third. But Jonathan Calloway not going to like that as they made contact coming out of turn number 4.
No, Tommy kind of forced his way through that one, but at least nobody got flat tires or any damage out of it. The 48 of Cody Cordell having trouble getting it down the front straightaway here. But one more time around for the 28 of Jarrett Bransom.
Jarrett Bransom going to sail it down the backstretch for the final time as Josh Landers in that second spot. Not going to quite be able to catch him as the checkered flag waves for the number 28 of Jarrett Bransom. Josh Landers will come home in second, Tommy Dove in third. Then it'll be the number 12 of Brandon Guerin, the number 30C of Jonathan Calloway rounding out your top 5. From there, it'll be John South in 6th, Dakota De La Cruz in 7th, Scott Shipley in 9th, Cody Cordell in 10th, Justin Riddle actually getting that 7th spot. That will move us on to the 4th and final heat race of the IMCA Southern Sport Mods. And it'll look like this. In the number 25 from Weatherford, Texas, that will be Camo Gaston with the number 716. From Elmont, Texas, that is Trey Vota. In the 04 from Grand Prairie, Texas, that is Cameron Cook with the Melissa, Texas driver of the 68 XXX, that's Jesse Keel. From Fletcher, Oklahoma, in the 133, that'll be Barry Lloyd with the Duncan, Oklahoma driver, the number 88T of Brian Toll. From Merkel, Texas, in the number 95, that will be Reagan Martin with the Thing 1 from Magnolia, Texas. That is Chuck Bice. From Ardmore, Oklahoma, in the number 77, that will be Michael Wingate with the Salado, Texas driver, the number 26S of Zachary Manthe. Melissa, Texas. Another keel from Melissa, Texas. That might be another relative I did not know about.
A lot of them, I think they're that
I'm
whole
related.
Group there's kind of
I'm related to them somehow.
Oh, you are?
Really am. My grandfather's from Bonham, Texas. So,
okay.
Green flag in the air. We are underway into turn number 1.
All right, Trey Votaw, Camo Gaston. Trey Votaw, the early lead off of 2 back over there. Camo Gaston second. Door-to-door back down the back straightaway back there. The 04 of Cameron Cook and the 68 Triple X of Jesse Keel.
Jesse Keel moving in that third spot. He's going to try to run down the number 25. It's the 95 of Martin. Almost going around out of turn number 4. They're going to fade back into 6th. We got a 4-car tango down the backstretch. That is your battle for the 5th and 6th position. Give it to Martin for now, but now they're going to go around. Everyone saves it, and we stay green.
Wow, everybody, fantastic job to avoid the 95 of Reagan Martin as he loops it down there in 4. Everybody coming through clean and green, no damage done. But up front, the 716 of Trey Votaw still showing the way, but he's got Camo Gaston tucked in right there with him.
The race for the lead is heating up as Camo Gaston trying everything he's got. 2 cars go around. One of them is Jesse Keel. The other one was running 4th, and I do believe
we have got an expired motor over the top of 1 and 2 or
I
something
think
over
so.
there.
There is, you can see a little moisture
yes,
right there on the
exactly.
entrance of turn number 1, all the way up as we're seeing on our IMCA.TV camera.
Ian giving us a good shot there on that.
And that, I do believe, is that the 04?
I think you may be right.
I think that's
that
the
04
of Cameron Cook. Cameron Cook was having a great run there in 4th. And you hate to see that, especially on the start of a speed week.
Oh, yeah.
They've got a lot of work ahead of them if
Absolutely.
they're going to be able to continue for not only tonight, but the next 2 nights.
Right.
As, that is the 04 of Cameron Cook as we get the view on our monitor up here.
You'll also see a lot of Cameron Cook in the factory stock class around the DFW area. He's a normal, he's a regular over at Kennedale Speedway Park. That guy is fantastic in a factory stock as well.
Something you don't see a lot. These Sport Mod motors, we've had 2 go up tonight.
Yeah.
Within the hot laps, and that's a tough break for both of those drivers. As Shannon Hartline had a real bad blow up earlier. Now Cameron Cook will keep an eye. You have to wonder, maybe they tuned the gearing a little bit wrong, to where it, was turning too much
Absolutely.
RPMs. I don't know what's going on, but.
Well, that is the crazy world of racing, because you can go spend $20,000 on a new motor and you can blow it up, unload it off the racetrack. I mean, that's just the world, the racing world. But
my very
like
first night in a micro sprint, we blew up a Honda motor, and I did it myself too. I did it. We had a battery that wasn't running, wasn't staying charged.
Right.
So I did not know that even though the battery was not charged, the fuel line was still pumping fuel. The fuel pump was still pumping fuel.
Yep.
And we grenaded cylinder number 1. It was running, though, whenever they got me push started.
Really?
It was running. But, a cloud of smoke. But it responded to the throttle. So
you didn't charge the track for mosquito repellent, did you?
No.
Okay, good. That's all right.
No, the smoke took care of that.
There you go.
But it was the first night out. I was just trying to keep it straight, spun it out. And I went to start it, didn't start, but I left the starter switch up, and that was what was pumping the fuel into the
Hydraulic
engine.
too.
Yep, hydraulic.
Yep.
Exactly. Hydraulic. cylinder number 1. We kept that engine sitting in our shop for about 4 years, as an example.
To remind yourself.
To remind yourself, even though it's not starting, turn the switch off.
There you go.
So we're going to inch through 3 and 4. Votaw still your leader. Gaston and Keel right behind them as we go green out of turn number 4.
Ray Votaw, your leader down into 1 and 2 to the top side of the racetrack. There goes Camo Gaston with him. Jesse Keel around the bottom. And look at the 77 of Michael Wingate. Makes a move down the back straightaway. He has moved himself into 4th spot right now. Little possible light contact there with the 88T of Brian Toll.
One car off the pace and stopped at the top of turn number 4. That is thing 1 of Chuck Bice. It looked like a flat left front whenever he was rolling through the top side. As we're going to stay green, Trey Votaw continues to lead. Camo Gaston using up that back bumper of Votaw down into turn number 1. He's going to try to make a move down here in turn 3. He's going to get a huge run, but Votaw strong off the corner, and he's going to lead down the front stretch.
All right. The thing 1 of Chuck Bice. Looks like he got it rolling again. Looks like he'll make his way off the racetrack. But your race on the racetrack is the 716 of Trey Votaw and the 25 of Camo Gaston.
Thing 1 has both front tires down and trying to make laps. I don't know what they're trying to do here. Now they get it in the infield.
There we go.
Here comes Camo Gaston down to the bottom of Trey Votaw. That is your battle for the lead. As we're going to come back around to see the white flag. One more trip around for these Southern Sport Mods.
Camo Gaston got real close there. A good entry into 3. Got real close on the back bumper of that 716 of Trey Votaw. He'll run it down the middle of the racetrack. See if he can get the stick he needs to get a good run down the back straightaway. Trey Votaw still your leader now as 2 more turns left for him.
Camo Gaston going to go right to the back bumper. Can he make a run off turn number 4? Will it be a drag race? He's not going to get there. Trey Votaw will win. Camo Gaston will come home second. Michael Wingate from the back to 3rd. Great run for him. Jesse Keel will come home in 4th. Brian Toll in 5th. Then it'll be Reagan Martin, Zachary Manthe, Barry Lloyd, Chuck Bice, and Cameron Cook. Your unofficial running order.
Tell you what, coming up, the Ground Pounders, IMCA Modifieds, 44 entries for the IMCA Modifieds. Good show, guys, for the IMCA Modifieds and the Southern Sport Mods. Heat race number 1 on tap here. We'll get you lined up right here out of New River, Arizona in the 5B. Front row inside, Brenda Kirby. To her outside out of Farmersville, Texas, the 54T of Matthew Day. Second row inside out of Yukon, Oklahoma in the 5. That's Tyler Butler. And to his outside out of Ennis, Texas, the 77S of Gary Ray Spears Jr. Third row inside out of Quitman, Arkansas, the 9JR of Spencer Hartwick. And to his outside out of Cabot, Arkansas, the 46 of Nick Glaze. Fourth row inside, Farmersville, Texas driver, the 95 of Mason Day. And to his outside out of Whitesboro, Texas, the 16 of Danny Burns. Fifth row inside out of Moore, Oklahoma, and the 11Z, that's Zach Olivia. And to his outside out of Savoy, Texas, the 42 of Bo Collins. Shotgun on the field out of Ash Flat, Arkansas. In the 10, that is Brandon Walsh.
Ladies and gentlemen, just joining us on Facebook Live right now from IMCA TV. We are heat race number 1 in the IMCA Modifieds. We are green here at Southern Oklahoma Speedway.
The Ground Pounders underway here. First heat race. IMCA Modified Southern Oklahoma Speedway. Your leader down the back straightaway early, the 54T of Matthew Day. Second is the 5B of Brenda Kirby.
Kirby holding on to that second spot. Tyler Butler into 3rd. You got a battle there for 4th. That's between the number 9, JR of Spencer Hartwick, and Gary Ray Spears Jr. in the 77. Give it to Hartwick as now one car going around in turn number 2. We stay green, the 42 of Bo Collins. We've got a great run now for 3rd as here comes the number 9, JR of Hartwick, trying to make a move on the 5T of Tyler Butler.
Good race back there for 5th between the 11Z of Zach Olivia and the 77S of Gary Ray Spears. Those guys going at it down the back straightaway there door to door as we head off down into 4. Man, those guys are going to still be battling as they exit. I'm sorry, in the 3, they'll be battling as they exit turn 4.
Here comes the number 95 of Day. Mason Day making their move, trying to get around Zach Olivier for that top 5 spot. Talked to Zach Olivier today. He's planning on running tonight, and then we will see how the rest of the weekend goes, as it all kind of depends on his run tonight. He's putting on a good one here in 5th so far, as Matthew Day out front, really starting to stretch it out. His brother working on 5th.
Tell you what, he's doing a fantastic job. Was that 95 of Mason Day? If you talk to that young man, you talk about a technical-minded young man. He understands these cars top to bottom, and he gets the 9JR of Spencer Hartwick around over there in 2. He'll lose a couple of spots, move Zach Olivia up to 4th, and Mason Day up to 5th.
Mason Day up into that 5th position. Zach Olivier, the beneficiary big time there into the 4th spot. Every spot counts as we head towards the end of this one. White flag will fly for the number 54T of Matthew Day. He has got a straightaway on Brenda Kirby and Tyler Butler.
Man, Matthew Day got it easy here as he heads off down into 3 and 4. He'll move to the top side, come off the top of 4. He'll look at the checkered laundry here down the front straightaway. Second's going to be the 5B of Brenda Kirby. Third, the 5T of Tyler Butler. Looks like 4th will be the 11Z of Zach Olivier, and 5th will be the 95 of Mason Day.
Your 6th place spot will go to Brandon Walsh in the number 10. Spencer Hartwick will come home 7th. Bo Collins in the 42 will come home 8th, with Gary Ray Spears in 9th. Danny Burns in 10th, and Nick Glaze rounding out your field.
All right. Fantastic racing here early for
Absolutely.
Opening night here at Southern Oklahoma Speedway. Jake, don't think you could ask for any better.
Heat race number 2 going to look like this from Valley View, Texas. In the number 7, that's Steve Askew, with the number 70 from Grafford, Texas, of Jeremy Busby. In the number C5 from Redfield, Arkansas, that is Chris Carter, with the Bryant, Arkansas driver of the number 5F of Drake Finley. From Del City, Oklahoma, the number 15N, that is Matt Norwood, with the Seminole, Oklahoma driver, the number 19 TP, that's Theron Pierce. From Montgomery, Texas, in the 18S, that is Sean Sandegren, with the driver, the number 76 from Pauls Valley, Oklahoma, of Jeff Rowland. From Amity, Arkansas, in the 7S, that is Troy Shaberg, with the driver of the number 40J from Howell, Texas, of Joshua Stanball. Rounding out this one from Yukon, Oklahoma, in the number 75X, that is Charles Day. Caution light goes out. We're going to go racing this time. Steve Askew leads the way as we go green. Out of turn number 4, we are already 3 and 4 wide through the field.
Yeah, these guys are set on dead kill here. Steve Askew had the lead down into 1 and 2, but the 5F of Drake Finley, monster run as he comes off a 2, going to make a run. But looks like we may go under caution here as the 70 of Jeremy Busby around down in 3 and 4.
2 cars getting involved with that as well, as the yellow comes out. That is the number 19 TP of Theron Pierce, who...
There's a little something going on there mechanically on that car. A little trail of oil looks like behind the back of that car.
Something breaking on the 19 TP. We'll see if they're able to continue. I don't see anything on the car now. The 40J of Joshua Stomball also involved, but the 19 TP got to pull it into the pits. That just continues.
Yeah.
Bad year so far for the 19. Theron Pierce has just had all the bad luck going this year, as we're going to get a replay here. We're going to see what we can see. Yeah, 70 just gets all by itself, and then hard hit into the right side for Theron Pierce. There is a little bit of fluid that came out of the back of that one. as we saw get laid down on the replay. So tough break for Theron Pierce. Once again, just cannot seem to get everything going this year.
Wrong place at the wrong time.
And it's mostly been things like that.
Yeah.
It's mostly been situations where it wasn't his fault. He's involved in somebody else's thing. And that's what sucks the most about
That's
racing.
exactly right. Some days you're the windshield, some days you're the bug. All right. Got this thing, Delaware double file restart over here. Steve Askew out front. Drake Finley behind him, along with the 15. But go ahead. C5.
Green flag in the air. C5 has Chris Carter, that third place car. As he's going to move down to the bottom, he's going to get around Steve Askew for that second spot and set his sights on Finley. But Steve Askew saying, no, down the backstretch. I want that spot back as they're going to go side by side for second and fourth behind them.
Wow, good race there. The 5, Chris Carter, and the 7S of Troy Shaberg. Good race there between those two cars. Steve Askew into second. Looks like Troy Shaberg, and still that 5 of Chris Carter. Good battle going on there for third and fourth.
4 or 3 wide for third. Or second, excuse me. Two cars getting hard into each other down the front stretch. That is the C5 of Chris Carter and I believe the 76 of Jeff Rowland. They keep it going. Lots of sheet metal damage to those two cars, but it doesn't look like anything is broken as Rowland driving it real deep, trying to catch up with Chris Carter. Both cars just got together there down the front stretch into the wall.
And I'm curious how much Jeff Rowland can see. He's got the hood blowed up in front of him, along with that left side door blowed out to the side. I'm kind of curious about his vision right now, but doing a fantastic job still, so he must not be hurting too bad right now.
It looks like it's right in the middle, and he can see out the left side as we look at our IMCA.TV cam up here. It looks like he still has some vision there, but the vision is definitely impaired, but it's not keeping him from running in a top 5 right now.
That's right.
As he's trying to catch Chris Carter. 2 laps to go for your race leader.
Drake Finley, pure domination here on this second heat of your IMCA Modifieds. Drake Finley, the son of Casey Finley, an Arkansas driver who does a lot of domination up there in IMCA Modified. So Drake showing off the lessons learned from Pops up there, Casey Finley up in Arkansas.
White flag is out. One more trip around for Drake Finley. He is all alone down the backstretch. He'll sail it through 3 and 4 for the final time, and he will win heat race number 2 for the IMCA Modifieds. Second will be the number 7S of Troy Shaberg. Then it'll be the number 7 of Steve Askew. The 76 of Jeff Rowland comes home 4th. The C5 of Chris Carter will come home 5th. Matt Norwood in 6th. Sean Sandegren in 7th. Then it'll be Charles Day, Joshua Stanball, Jeremy Busby, and Theron Pierce. We want to thank each and every one of you that joined us on Facebook Live. We hope that you get your subscription to IMCA TV real soon so you can see every single lap of the All Star Shootout and every single lap from Southern Oklahoma Speedway for 2024.
IMCA TV, one of the very best places you can go to keep up with any racing around the country. And we appreciate you folks tuned in on IMCA.TV here for the All Star Shootout. Night number 1, Southern Oklahoma Speedway. And